Good morning to all. Today we are going to see a new subject called the software engineering. As a software engineer, you people have to know very well about the software engineering subject. Why we are studying software engineering? It is mainly used for the project completion process. So how we are doing our project and how we are collecting the requirements of the project and what is the investment in that project and how we will get the advantages and advancement in the project. Everything we are going to see in software engineering. As a software engineer, we have to know very well about this software engineering subject. Then only it is very helpful for us to do our software projects in your future. Yes, as a third year students, you are going to entering into final year to do your project. Before that, this is the main thing to know about the software engineering. So we have 5 different perspectives in the software engineering implemented in your curriculum. The first unit always it's about the introduction of the software engineering, how the process going, what is the implementation process and development process which we are doing in software. These and all you are seeing in your first unit, introduction process. In unit 2, we are going to see about the requirement analysis and the specification. So requirement analysis in the sense how we are doing collecting the requirements and how we are making it as an systemized format and how we are doing it as an documented structured format, like that we are seeing in the requirement analysis and specification. Whereas in unit 3 we are going to see about the software designs, then how the architectural designs are all there, how the user interaction designs are all there, like that many case tools we are going to see in this software design. And the fourth unit we are going to see about the testing and maintenance process. So after completing the project, we have to test whether the project made by you is correct or not. So in that we are having different type of testing like system testing, black box testing, unit testing, regression testing, etc. etc. So all type of testing and the maintenance. So what is my maintenance in the sense? Any project you know very well about, the project will not stop. The project what you have done, that can be do it as a future implementation for your further process. For next level of the project we can able to do from the old project. That is the re-engineering process. So how we are maintaining those engineering process in your old project, that is existing project, to the new project, that you are going to see in unit 4. Then finally your unit 5, it belongs to project management. So after completing it, how you are managing those projects, like you are going to see many case tools over there in project management. These are the 5 units contained for you for the project process. Now let's see the unit 1. First topic is the introduction to the software engineering. Before going into that, the first thing we have to know very well about the 2 main queries which we want to see is, the first query is how to build and deliver the software efficiently. This is the main question we have to ask ourselves before entering into or before start up our project. So first thing is how we can build and deliver those software efficiently. That is the first question we have to ask ourselves. And the second question is, where do innovation ideas and requirements come from? So how we can get some innovative ideas regarding the projects or the tool which we are using, it comes from. These are the 2 main queries we have to ask ourselves before starting any project. This is the main concept of the software project management. Next is here, what is engineering? As you all know very well, we are all engineer. The engineering means we have to build something, invent something, design and maintain, improve the system, process those system in the next level. These are the main thing, that is the application which we are using in scientific model, and we are implementing it as an practical way. That is the engineering process. Next comes to the what is meant by software. As a software means, you all already studied in fundamentals of computer system. What is meant by software? Software means it is a collection of integrated programs. So there are two types of software consisting. One is the code written by you and writing as a programming software, and another one is already written thing that can be documented as a design those projects. So you have consist as software project and the computer programs. So that is already we have implemented, and manually we can do it by the requirement documentation process. So this is your software engineering. So before going to see the full definition of the software engineering, first thing we have to know well about the some example we'll take. As you all know very well about the tiny URL, right? So what we are doing in this tiny URL, we are doing it as making the bigger link into the smaller tiny URL process. So that smaller can be done with the help of some apps over here. So how they are built those apps? So it has to be maintained as a storage process to be reduced and time consumption to be reduced. These are the advantages over those projects. Whereas what are all the constraints they have seen? The constraint they met where they can take some example like some security reasons, like that they can take all the links. So whatever link we have done into the tiny part, then if someone can maybe hack over the link and they can access it. So the main part of the tiny URL process is the security process. So that can be handled more in the project which we have implemented in the tiny URL. So main thing is, it's a scientific application which we are implementing, it is the main process of the software engineering. So the definition for the software engineering, you all can able to tell that the definition is it is an application process and scientific thing which we are implementing in all type of discipline area, and we can develop those process and the operation, maintenance of the software, and study all these approaches to make a software engineer. This is the main process of the software engineering process. So moreover, we can see the introduction part as the just a definition, and also we can analyze the what are the requirements which we need for the project. And second thing is, after analyzing it, what we are doing, so requirement, how we can get our requirements over the customer. As you all know, we will get the requirements from the who needs these kinds of apps, or who needs, for whom you are developing the project. From them we are developing, from them we are collecting those requirements from them. It is like an empathy part. As we are in our college, we are implementing the DT curriculum. In DT curriculum, we all know well about the DT projects. So DT projects, there are the 5 main steps over there. In that first step is the empathy. The very first part, the empathy part, is the perspectives of the viewers, that is the customers. So what is the view of the customer, perspective of the customer, everything we are collecting the knowledge from them, and after that only we are going to implementing the project. So DT is same as the software engineering, but the thing is, the main part of the requirement analysis can done in the empathy part of our DT. So we all know well in the DT curriculum, the same time only the software engineering. If we are well enough on DT, so that it is easy for us to read the software engineering process.